Hello, freak bitches. What about protein? When you were being a vegan, what did you use, like pea protein or hemp protein? Like what kind of protein?
You had to stay away from hemp because they test for weed, and they
but
said,
it doesn't.
They said sometimes. I didn't
Really?
want to take the chance. I didn't.
Wow.
I'm not well versed on what is and what is not.
We'll get you some on it shit that doesn't test positive at
I'm
all.
done, so I could do whatever I want.
But I don't know why they would say that, because if you get good hemp, it's, well, I guess that's the thing, is good.
That's what. So they said hemp. They said flax seeds can
make you test positive.
Yeah.
Well, poppy seeds can make you test positive for
Poppy
heroin.
Seeds, yeah, poppy
Isn't that
seeds
crazy?
too. Yeah.
Like people have tested positive on those random drug tests they give people at their jobs from having a poppy seed bagel.
Yeah, that's what they.
Bummer, you're shooting heroin.
Yeah.
No, I just like the locks.
Like, right.
I'm eating a fucking bagel
That shit's
sandwich.
stupid anyway. Like in the NFL, like they need to let guys use weed for pain.
Oh, for sure.
It's ridiculous.
Well, definitely CBDs for sure, because it's not even
What is
psychoactive. CBD is just oil that comes from.
Okay, yeah.
Comes from hemp plant that's not psychoactive.
Right.
It's really good for you too. Super good for inflammation,
Yeah.
and joint pain, and things along those lines.
Matter of fact, when I had my
we got some right here.
Oh,
is it right here?
That's what it is.
Yeah, this is Charlotte's Web. This is actually one of my sponsors now. They make hemp oil. Yeah, I didn't mean to plug it. I'm gonna do it. It's actually on this podcast. I have to do a sponsor about it. But the stuff is great, and you just take it and it drops. It's good for you. No negative effects.
When I had my back surgery in 2014 or 13, and
what did you have done?
L5S1. I had a
discectomy.
Yeah, disectomy. Yeah. They prescribed Percocet for me, right? And Percocet, I used to take them for everything else. They used to make me like gag and throw up every single time I took them. And so really any painkiller that would heavily sedate you, I would always like throw up. And they told me that if you like have a gag reflex too much, like I could have re-slipped my disc.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So for like 2 days, I was like in pain after the surgery, and my dad was like, "Man, go get some weed, or I'm gonna go get you some weed." I was like, "Word, Pop?" He was like, "Yeah, man." So he went to them. Luckily, I was in LA. I got it in LA, and they had a dispensary, and so got some, and it helped immediately. And I was like, "There's no way that this shouldn't be okay."
It's totally be legal.
Yeah, man.
We're being fucked. I mean, slowly but surely, it's starting to become legal recreationally. It's legal now in California recreationally, but the federal government is still resisting it because of the influence of the pharmaceutical companies and also a bunch of other people that, like the prison guard unions, they don't want it to be legal because they would have less people to arrest. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, no, the prison industrial complex is...
It's scary shit.
It's a real thing, man.
They're making money off people being in cages. It's like people are human batteries.
Yeah.
And you get money off of them. It's
Matrix.
It is the Matrix. It really is. It's like a very low-level version of the Matrix, but it's terrifying that logic, with all the science that's in place about what's dangerous and what's not, they're prescribing Percocets. They're like, here, fella, take these.
Makes no sense.
You young strapping buck, why don't you take some shit that might get you hooked?
They have this waiver we have to sign. So there's this painkiller called Toradol in the NFL, right? Yeah, it's awful, but I took it a lot because
they prescribed that shit to my dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
My dog got bit.
So for Toradol, we have to sign this waiver that says you're kind of just giving up we're not responsible for it, right? Jesus but like they'll let us take that, but they won't let us smoke weed. And they're banning dudes that smoke weed, and they're suspending dudes that smoke weed. Ricky
Williams, right? He retired because of that.
Even just I think his name is Josh Gordon. He played receiver for the Browns. He's one of the best young receivers I've seen in a long time, but they banned him for a year because he tested positive like 2 or 3 times. Crazy. And it's like you throwing away. I mean, like granted, he needs to be smarter, but like you're throwing away an entire man's career because of weed. Like it's not crack, it's not cocaine. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's weed. But
they're kind of trying to send a message to the youth: stay away from the illegal drugs.
But it's Reagan all over again. You trying to rule off of fear? It's fear, man. Like
it's not based on reality.
The reality is, if you were to legalize drugs, period, you can regulate it, and that way you can do it in a controlled environment, and that way you don't have all of this. I mean, that's what they did with the prohibition in alcohol.
Right.
Legalize it.
Well, that's also what they're doing right now with opiate pills. I mean,
Yeah.
Oxycontins are not illegal. They can be prescribed. You
That's
just have to have a
ridiculous.
doctor that prescribes it.
It's ridiculous.
It is pretty crazy. Well, it's really crazy when people realize that marijuana helps pain relief as much, if not better, than all that stuff. And it doesn't have any of the addictive properties. And if you do, there have been people that have said that it's addictive, and there's some studies that point to that in certain individuals. But I would state that those people are probably addicted to fucking everything.
I couldn't
don't
call it.
Physically, I don't get how marijuana is addictive. It just doesn't make any sense. I've smoked pot every day for years, and then I'll take like a month off and nothing.
Yeah.
Not an ache, not a pain, no shakes, no nothing. You just don't have it.
Yeah.
It's like drink orange juice, then don't drink orange juice. No, it's like there's really nothing there. Nothing happens.
I don't get it, man. I'm not like a heavy smoker like that, but like I'm like all right, on a Saturday night when I ain't going nowhere, I'm gonna set up my pipe and my sack, and I'm gonna watch a great movie.
Why not?
And fall asleep.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with that?
I don't get it, man.
And meanwhile, you can get Percocets.
All right, or get drunk as hell and ruin your liver.
Yeah.